Hello, everyone. I firstly just want to say I'm so grateful that I'm programmed alongside Nat's wonderful address and Aaron's beautiful piece, and also thank you so much to the AMC and Catherine and Krista for their wonderful support. So in 2022, I had the extraordinary opportunity to travel to Alaska as part of the Composing in the Wilderness program. There, I met someone whose work has left an indelible mark on my perspective of life, Dr. David Betchkel, a soundscape scientist. Through Dr. Betchkel, I was introduced to the concept of soundscape preservation, which I had previously never come across. It's a field that asks a deceptively simple question: is a sound intrinsic to its environment? Soundscape preservation is a relatively new discipline. For decades, we relied on urban-based formulas to measure sound levels, even in our national parks, leading to skewed readings that vastly underestimated the acoustic pollution in these pristine spaces. Dr. Betchkel and her team have been pioneering a new standard, one that accurately measures the residual sound level of natural environments. This breakthrough reflects a shift in how we approach nature preservation, one that embraces a mindset called the Umwelt. Now, Umwelt is a German word meaning life world. It refers to the idea that every living organism experiences the world in a unique way, shaped by its own needs and priorities. I actually had no idea what the address was going to be about, but it was kind of amazing that it hit certain notes in Nat's address, so I was like, wow, this is so amazing. But while the concept itself might sound straightforward, our past actions tell a very different story. By applying urban metrics to natural soundscapes, we've revealed an unconscious bias. We prioritized our experience of the world over the experience of the very organisms we claim to protect. Umwelt is a lens for life. It encourages a holistic outlook, one that fosters empathy and active listening. As I reflect on my own experiences, I often felt like I was caught between worlds. As an immigrant child, I actually really resented that feeling of not truly belonging anywhere, and quite frankly, I harbored feelings of resentment for my family's choices for coming here. It took years of reflection to appreciate the sacrifices that my parents and generations before them made to give me the incredibly privileged life I lead today. That understanding came only through long-term active listening, through empathy, and through seeing the world through their Umwelt. This philosophy became the heart of my solo piece. In this work, I sought to represent the delicate balance between the natural world and our human presence. And now I actually like to welcome Patrick Vaughan, who is playing the piece, to the stage to demonstrate some techniques of how Umwelt is represented in the work. So I'm now going to go a little bit off script, but I was like, okay, Umwelt. So there is us as humans, there is environment and nature, and then there are the animals and ecosystems which are affected by our actions. And I was like, oh, okay, how do I refer that onto how the bass clarinet makes sounds? Which is actually the core of the piece. The core of the piece is about embodied practice, where the performer actually adopts the mindset of the Umwelt in order to play this piece. So I was like, okay, let's maybe have the embouchure and the voice of the performer to represent the humans and what we do and advocate for, and we, telling people and things our needs, or shaping the world to fit our needs. And then we have the fingerings, which will represent the environment or our environmental impacts. And the resulting pictures will be the animals or the ecosystems that we affect. And so normally the clarinet, you create a specific embouchure and you get taught that embouchure that creates a very grounded sound with particular fingerings. So Patrick, would you like to demonstrate just like a normal run? Beautiful. And so this piece starts off with embouchure that is going against the run of the instrument. So if you look at the fingering, you're like, okay, this is probably what Patrick is going to sound like, but that's actually not what Patrick sounds like. So these are some false pitches. Gorgeous. So, fantastic demonstration. So the piece begins with unconventional sounds on the bass clarinet, subtones, mismatched fingerings, false pitches, and key clicks. These textures feel alien, like stepping into a world you don't fully understand. As the piece progresses, these elements begin to layer, building in complexity. And at its core, the music revolves around oscillations and multiphonics. These oscillations require an immense amount of control and concentration. With just the right balance of embouchure and air pressure, a single pitch can start to oscillate between intended and emergent frequencies. And this musical effect is my attempt to illustrate the constant balancing act between our needs, so the intended pitches, and the needs of other living creatures, which are the resultant pitches. So as the music unfolds, those oscillations start to emerge, revealing a fragile, maybe still a little alien, but beautiful, complex world of sounds. In many ways, it reflects the journey of Umwelt, from alienation to understanding, from chaos to coexistence. Thank you, and I hope this piece resonates with you as a reminder of the interconnectedness of all life and the importance of listening, not just with our ears, but with our hearts. Thank you so much, Patrick, and I hope you enjoyed the performance.